And what you just hit on there, you said the word fun. And
Yes.
that's why people start, and they make it not fun for themselves through
Mhm.
expectations and making it too complicated. And then it becomes not fun and they quit.
Yep.
So remember why you started and do it for fun. Like any new podcaster is like, yeah, I really want to monetize this. And I'm like, well, that's great. But like, is that all you want is money? Because you can go get a job down the street at a restaurant and make money.
Hmm.
Do you want to do this for the passion and the value and the fun? Then that's why you should do it, and not just do it because some guru told you that you need to monetize this thing as fast as you can by sticking ads for, insurance geckos on your podcast. It's crazy.
Yes. I know the first when I started a beer blog back in 2013, 2014, when I was first getting into, I had done some various blogs and things for like fantasy football and social media, different sporting things, stuff like that. And beer was my big passion at the time. And I was looking at what was out there and I felt like, well, this is something that I could do. I think I could write about this, and I will probably remain as strongly passionate about it as I get older. And when I sat down and wrote out the plan, I had that thought of, okay, here's how I can monetize it. But I'm not even going to think about that for at least a year. Like,
Yeah.
there's got to be some sweat equity here, because I guarantee you, if I go out with this monetization plan to breweries and to bars and to restaurants, they're going to say, you're the third guy that came in here today pitching something like this. My thought was, well, let me build some value and let me write some feature stories for you that will get you some additional exposure. And I'm not going to charge you anything. I just want to do this because I need to build some good content. You may need the additional exposure. I think that's a great way for us to work together. When you take that approach and you actually build the audience and build some relationships, when it does come time to monetize, it becomes much easier for you to go to that person because they know you give a damn about their business. You were there for them when they may just have been getting started and they needed that additional exposure to bring more people in their doors. I think the same logic applies to podcasting. If you take the time to actually build something of value and not charge people for it and get people in the door, get them tuned into your show, when the monetization things come along, it becomes much easier to forge those relationships and get some money back for your efforts. And then it'll all pay off in the end. And I think everybody is just so quick to win the race that they're forgetting that a lot of cool shit can happen along the path to get to that finish line.
I think that's very well said. I mean, you have to act as if, and
Yeah.
with this whole Apple Podcast Connect rollout where they're like, yeah, you can monetize your podcast now. What I've straight up been asking people is like, is your content worth paying for? Because if you're not spending enough time making it something that's amazing and you wouldn't pay for it, why would you expect someone else to pay for it?
Right on.
And I have no problem with hobby podcasters. Like, you do not have to be pro, you do not have to have some crazy format. But if you think you're going to sell me your podcast, you better be putting in the work, because otherwise no one's going to pay for it. So you need to act as if you've got 1 million subscribers that are waiting for your next episode, and act as if this is like an art form. Like I try to treat podcasting like music. Like if I wrote a song and recorded it, I would want it to be something that could live on forever. And are all my podcasts perfect? No, but I definitely put the care and effort into the episodes so that if someone stumbles upon it in 20 years, maybe it's still as valuable.